Namaste and good morning.
Namaste, good morning.
Yes. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And you?
Always good. Thank you. Yes. So you just completed your therapy session now? Am I
Yeah,
right?
Ayurveda, yes.
Okay, so Ayurveda therapy. We will wait for the couple of minutes for the rest of the people to
Sure,
join.
sure. Sure.
And then,
I had this question with I was confused about the hours, but then they said there's only anatomy lesson that is different for 200 and 300. So anyway, I'll just join into this one because the other one is very early my UK time. So I will just do this one. And this one you said is 200 or 300.
this one is for 300 hours.
So okay, perfect.
And yes, the previous
Yeah.
one in the morning for the 200 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. We have one more D. So we will start with our 300 hours anatomy session. Again today, before we start, we have an opening prayer. I will chant my opening prayer and then we all will chant Om one time. Till then you can keep yourself on the mute. We have Naringa and Dami. Am I right? iPhone Dami. Am I pronouncing your name right? Or may I know your name, please? I don't think it's audible for her, but okay. We'll chant the mantra first. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much. Now we will start with the session. What we have seen yesterday or what we have studied yesterday. Am I audible? iPhone G Jamin Meemanch. Am I pronouncing your name right? Can you please let me know? Yes, no? I could not hear you.
Yes, I am writing.
Oh, you are writing. Okay, but just say yes or no. Thank you so much. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, I already answered. I wrote on the. Yes, it's correct.
Okay, I want to ask you, what is your name? I cannot pronounce your name. Can you tell me your name?
Damia.
Dania. So you from Singapore, right?
No, from France.
From France. Okay, nice. Okay. So we have one more student from Singapore. You are from France, and we have Naringa. I think she's also, but I forgot her country. Naringa.
One
Anyway.
second. Yeah, I am from UK, London.
Yes, UK, London. So we have from UK, France, and Singapore. Also one more student. He is not joined yet. So what we have studied yesterday, that about the human body anatomy and the terminology. So we have just defined the term what is anatomy. We have defined the term what is physiology. The study of the structure is the anatomy, and the study of the functioning of those structure is what physiology. Apart from that, what else we have studied yesterday? That is the human body terminology. That means the directional terms, if you will see in your previous notes about yesterday. or those who have missed the class yesterday can find it on the YouTube, the same video recording session. You can ask the management, they will give you the link as well for the YouTube. This is all recorded session. So the directional terms, what were those directional terms? Those directional terms were like superior terms, which will be easy to find our parts of the body in the above section. Inferior term, then we have the medial term, we have the lateral term. These terms indicate there are some specific anatomical words which we have to use it while we study anatomy. So the terms, the direction of these terms we have studied yesterday, which will help us allow to have the knowledge of the bones, the muscles in future classes. Also, we have studied about the planes of the body yesterday. That means there are some frontal plane, we have the lateral plane, and we have the axial plane, the three planes which we have studied yesterday. Now, today we will be studying and starting with the new system. We will proceed with the new system. That means the system of the skeletal. Can you tell me, anyone, what is the skeletal system made up of? What is the skeletal system made up of? What is skeletal system?
Bones.
Yes, bones. So skeletal system, we will start with the bones. But to know about these bones, we should have the skeletal, right, with us. But here we don't have a skeletal. At my place, I am not currently present in the center of Himalayan Yoga Association. I have been teaching you from my home, but believe me, you will be learning all the kinds of bones, all the kinds of bone joints, and everything about the bone and the structure without the skeleton. We have a whiteboard and we will learn it easily over here. So, about the bones, one more question in this skeletal system to you is, how many number of bones do we have in our body? Do you know?
Oh God.
Yes. Can you guess or can you tell me,
But
anyone?
many.
Many. I know there are many, but how many? 100, 200, 3,000, 4,000, 1 lakh, 1 million. How many?
It's definitely more than 100 and then 300.
Okay, so there are approximately 206 number of bones in our body, right? In between 100 to 300, you said it is the right thing. We have approximately 206 number of bones in our body. That means in an adult, I am talking about. So in adult, the number of bones are 206. When in an infant or the babies or the children, the number of bones are more, up to 300. These bones are not developed. And when the bone gets developed, they get fused together. And when the number of bones fuse together, it becomes one bone. So there are like 206 bones after they fuse together in our body. In an average adult, we have 206 number of bones. Again, like if you see the babies or the example, they do not have the kneecap. They are more flexible. The bones are not yet developed. Even all the bones are tiny, 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 different separated bones. After all these bones are getting fused, it gets reduced and the number becomes 206. So these bones, what does this bone contain, or what is this bone made up of? I will write down here first. Skeletal system. We are just introducing the skeletal system. We have been seeing 206 number of bones, and from these 206 number of bones, what are these bones made up of? 70% of calcium ions the bones are made up of, and the 30% of osteoids. 30% of osteoids. I will tell you. Can you see the whiteboard clearly?
Yeah.
Damin and Naringa, both of you, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, about the calcium, 70% of the bone contains this calcium, our one single bone. This calcium is nothing but inorganic matrix. This is inorganic matrix in the bone, which provides rigidity and strength to our bones. What does this calcium ions provide? It provides rigidity and strength to our bones. Rigid support and strength. It makes our bones stronger. It makes it powerful. And 30% of our bone contains osteoids. What is osteoid? I will not write. I will speak slowly, so it will have time for you to write. Osteoids are nothing but the organic proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So osteoids are our organic proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, which provide elasticity so that our bones do not fracture or break oftenly. Oftenly means it will not have that breaking. It is elastic in nature. But if we will hit our arm or if we will hit our leg on the wall, it will definitely break. So without doing these kind of actions, this osteoid provides the elasticity to our bone, which supports our bone or helps that bone to not get fractured or to not get broken. Got it? What are osteoids? Which contains proteins, carbs, and fats, organic. And this is inorganic matrix of the bone, which contains calcium, 70%. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now, after this, what is the function of the bone? You can tell me what are the functions of these bones?
Provides the basic shape and support for our body. And it's what the muscular system acts on to provide the movement.
Yes. So you are saying it provides the structure.
Yeah.
So providing the structure or providing the framework, we can say. So providing the structure for the body, that means we have got a proper framework for the body because of the bones. And also it has about the muscular system, so that muscles get attached to the bones, you say. And that attachment of the muscles or the tendons or the different connective tissues to the bones. So it provides the attachment to the muscles. It provides the framework of the body. Also, what is the important part for the bones?
It supports the vital cavities inside the organs, inside our system.
Vital cavities, that means it protects our organs. Yes. So the protection for the organs the more important. If there were no ribs, for example, then we could easily hurt our lungs. So these bones also protect our vital organs. If there was no skull, then easily it could damage our brain. Then we could never ever stand on our head. So we have that protection of the vital organs provided or protected by the bone. Apart from that, the bones also produce or has the process of homeopoiesis. So homeopoiesis, that means it forms the red blood cells. It also forms the white blood cells and it also forms the platelets. So inside the process of homeopoiesis inside the bone, it also forms red blood count, white blood count, and platelets. Also, it acts as the mineral storage. So whatever the minerals are being present in our body, we are getting stored as well in our bones. For example, the calcium phosphate is one of the minerals mostly found in our bone. So these are the simple functions, the basic and the important functions to provide the framework to support the body and allow the mobility by forming the joints. So the bones also allow that mobility to form the joints where our joints can be able to move. Apart from that, we have different kinds and shapes of the bones. So we do have the regular bone shape. We have the long bones in our body. We have the short bones in our body. We have irregular kind of bone shape in our body as well. But these all the bones in our body, we will be watching and we will be studying after. Before studying this all the kinds of bones, we will see what cells are being produced in our bone or what are the bony cells. So in our 200 hours, we have discussed or we do know some things about what is the cell. Because what are the cells? The smallest element in our body. And the group of cells makes the tissue. And that group of tissues will make the organ. So bone is one type of organ for us. Apart from the, not only I am saying about internal organs, we have 78 types of organs and bone is considered to be as one type of organ. So in that organ, which is made up of the cells and the tissues, what are these bone cells inside?
Bone marrow.
Not about the bone marrow, we have the three kinds of bone cells. Bone marrow is deep inside the bone, which acts inside the bone cell. Exactly. So we have these cells known as osteoblast, osteocytes, and osteoclast. I will write down these three bone cells here. First one, I will write osteoblast. These osteoblasts are the bone cells which, can you see the whiteboard?
Yeah.
These osteoblasts are the bone cells which forms the new bone and repairs the old bone. So osteoblasts are the cells found inside the bone which forms the new bone and which repairs the old bone. That means it produces a protein. That protein is a mixture of osteoids. That protein is the mixture of osteoid, which is mineralized by the calcium and becomes the bone. So for example, if there is a fracture at this side. For example, not for example, here I am saying, here if we have a fracture in our wrist at this side, so osteoblasts are being present at the side of that fracture, which will repair that fracture or which will repair that old bone. That osteoblast cell will form the new bone over that point of fracture. So wherever it happens in our bones, the minor cracks or wherever the bone is being broken, then the osteoblast produce a protein known to be as osteoids. These osteoids are mineralized by the calcium phosphate, which helps that gap or that broken bone to repair. So it forms new bone. So osteoblasts are for the formation or new bone. For the formation of a new bone or to repair old bone, you can say. Then the next bone, after the next bone cells I am speaking about, we have osteocytes and osteoclasts. So we have osteoblast, then we have osteocytes. You can study about first. Osteocytes. Osteocytes are nothing but the same as osteoblast. It forms a bone where it gets trapped by osteoblast. So when osteoblasts are getting trapped in the cavity of a bone, so when the cells osteoblast gets trapped in the cavity of the bone, so when they are busy in forming a new bone, some of the cells of the osteoblast gets trapped in the cavity of the bone. That cavity known to be as lacuna that we will see when we will see the structure of the bone. And when it forms the cavity inside the bone, it becomes osteocytes. And after the osteocytes present in the bone, the function of the osteocyte is to maintain the bone. It is present in the bone matrix. So it forms the new bones, and when osteoblast forms the new bone, it gets stored in the cavity of the bone, which forms osteocytes. And osteocytes will help to maintain the bone for the proper maintenance of the bone. Is this cleared up till here? Then we have osteoclast. Then we have osteoclast. Osteoblast forms the new bone. This maintains the health of the bone or the functioning of the bone. And osteoclast, now it is nothing but it just breaks down the bone. It breaks down the bone. So osteoclasts are those bone cells which help to break down of our bones. That means when we have the unwanted bone or when the bone is developed more than our body requirement, the amount of these calcium phosphate ions are being reabsorbed by these bone cells and osteoclast, and it helps in breaking down of these calcium phosphate ions. This is present where our old injury, so if we have an injury and it becomes the old injury of that bone, So this is present when the wounds are not healed completely or it is developing more than the requirement of the body. So when the unneeded bones, if you have seen some people have the problem of the unneeded bone in the elbow, some people have the problem of the unneeded bone in the heel. So the heel bone in the legs, they cannot even walk properly. So they get operated. They do go for the surgery. Why they do go for the surgery for that unneeded bone to get break? Because these people cannot produce the osteoclast cell in their body. If they could have produced the osteoclast cells of the bones in their body, then there would be not any need to get that surgery of that unneeded bone. So we have the osteoblast, which forms the new bone, which maintains the functioning of the bone, that is osteocyte, and we have osteoclast, that is nothing but which break down the bone, break down the unneeded portion of the bone. Not, it does not break the bone, but it just break down the unwanted surface or the region of the bones. Cleared?
Yeah.
Up till here. Okay. Up till now, 206 number of bones made up of calcium and the osteoids. Apart from that, these are the bone cells. The three important ones, we have also muscle cells. When we study the muscular system, that time we will know about that. The function of the bones we have seen. Now, we will study the next about the structure of our bone. So we have the structure and the tissues of our bone. What are the tissues? I will first define what are the tissues. Can you tell me what are the tissues? Tissues means when the group of cells comes together. So we are just have watched cells and tissues. This word means when the group of cells are together will make a tissue, and when this group of tissues will be together will make the organ. So these cells and the tissues will make this bone. And the tissues, the types of bone tissues means there are two types of bone tissues. We have the compact bone tissue and we have the spongy bone tissue. So there are two kinds of bone tissues that we will also study. There is a compact bone tissue and also there is a spongy bone tissue. But just write down these two types of bone tissue first. Compact bone tissue means the hardest part of the bone. And spongy bone tissues means the soft part of the bone. Compact bone tissue means hard surface. And spongy bone tissue means the soft one, where we do find this compact bone tissue and where do we find the spongy bone tissue that we can see or we will study in the structure of the bone. So these are just the names of the bone tissues I have been giving. To study the structure of the bone tissues today, we will study about the short bones. tissue. Or about the short bone, I will say. About the long bone, to complete this in a small time, it will take time to study about the long bone. So we will start with the short bone today. The short bone structure. How is the structure of the short bone? We will see. Structure of short bone. First of all, I would like to tell you all that whatever we will be studying, I don't have a notes to give you because I'm not using any notes. But if you are using any notes or some book, please try to think like whatever we will be studying on the whiteboard is more and more important. The notes or the manual, if it is given to you, that is for your reference. So use that only for the reference about the manual or the notes given to you. Now, about the structure of the short bones. How are the structure of the short bone? For example, this is the short bone. Then in this short bone, at the outer layer here, outer layer of the short bone is covered with the layer of periosteum. So this red thing, if you will see the red surface outside, which is the cover of the short bone, is nothing but the layer of periosteum. Here I will write. Periosteum. Then the compact bone and the spongy bone, how are they located? The compact bone is at the outer side of the short bone. So when we consider the short bone, at both the ends of the short bone, you will find a compact bone tissue. So you will find a compact bone tissue inside the short bone at the lateral end or at this side of the short bone, where in the middle portion of the short bone, what you will find? The spongy bone tissue, or we can also say the cancellous bone is another word. So spongy bone is what you do find in the center of our short bone. So this is in general the structure of the short bone, that is nothing but if this black is one short bone, the black square which we have drawn first. In that first black square, the first portion and the last portion of the short bone is the hard, tough surface. That is nothing but the compact bone tissue. But in the center, a spongy bone tissue is been there, where our bone marrow is also been present inside the cancellous bone or the spongy bone tissue. Okay. What is perio? Got it up to here?
Yeah.
What is periosteum? Periosteum, here the red thing which I have drawn, periosteum, is nothing but it contains our blood vessels, it does contain our lymphatic vessels, it does contain the attachment to the tendons and ligaments. So this periosteum layer is nothing but contains our blood vessels and lymphatic vessels. That means to give the nourishment to that bone, these blood vessels will give the proper nourishment to this compact bone, and from inside it will get it to the spongy bone. So this is what the outer layer covering the bone. This is connected to the cartilage. So this is what periosteum, the layer, also has connection with the cartilage, which will help connect. So it is a type of connective tissue. It is a type of connective tissue, the cartilage. Okay, about the structure of the short bone. Here we will see the structure of the long bone, where you will clear all the basic idea about where are the bone cells forming. What we have seen the bone cells: osteoblast, osteoclast, osteocyte. Then if we will draw the long bone, where is this happening? What is inside the long bone? And what are the three phases of long bone? That we will see in the tomorrow session. Apart from that, we will also study the different types of bones in the human body in the tomorrow's class. We'll not start today about it, as it will take time and it will not complete in 5 minutes. Up till here today, if it is clear, can let
Yeah.
me know. If you have any questions, also can let me know. So bones,
I have a
Medapa?
question.
Yes, Meringa.
Do they have lessons on Saturday also?
Yes, Saturday also, tomorrow.
Okay.
If you are from your home, so yes, you have a lesson on Saturday also.
Okay.
Because some people in the center have half a day on Saturday, but I don't know about it, as I am just a teacher, but the management will tell you about it. But we do have a lesson.
I also have a question, because I've emailed the management, but I don't get the correct answer. So I want to know how will assessments will be. So we will learn, and then how do we do assignment or exam, or how does it work?
Yeah, that is also the very tough question for me to answer. I mean, please don't. I am sorry for that. I don't know about it, because I am just teaching in Himalayan Yoga from the last 2 months. But I will tell you the names of the two people who will help you in regarding this. That is Saumya teacher and Shailesh sir.
What are the names?
Saumya teacher and Shailesh sir. You can email there and you can talk to this management system, and Saumya teacher will guide you in regarding how will be the assessment.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Don't need to worry about
It's all new, it's all new online learning for me. So I always try, I want to know the structure before I can manage myself. So that's all.
Yes, exactly. It is the very right thing. But just a wrong person where I don't know, but they will guide you. They only know everything. Not even the therapy teacher, no one will know. But these two will mind.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we will end the class just by chanting a prayer and Om. Any other questions you have?
Just if you can write the prayer, what is the mantra's name? The one we're chanting?
The mantra name is the Shanti mantra from the Upanishad.
Okay.
The traditional text, the mantra for Shanti.
Yeah.
The beginning mantra I chanted for the purification mantra. Actually, that mantra is being chanted early morning when we wake up. But this mantra is the ending closing prayer in the class.
Sahana Bhavatu.
Sahana Bhavatu is another one. This is like Sarve Bhavantu mantra. Now we will be chanting.
Okay.
So I will chant and then we will chant Om as well together. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. Inhale and chant Om one time. Om.
Oh.
Om Shanti
Shanti,
Shanti
Shanti,
Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste. See you
And
tomorrow.
see you. Namaste. See you tomorrow, Danny and Harina. Thank you.
Bye bye.